Hi there, thank you for joining me. So today I'm going to do a, Happy New Year 2021, goodbye to 2020 video here. This is actually mostly kind of a selfish thing here, I guess, where I want to try to work on my Japanese Dreamcast collection a little bit more. And what I was thinking is, I like the idea of trading for some things. So what I'd like to do is just share my wants list with you guys, just in case any of you happen to have some of these games kicking around, or maybe you live in Japan and you've seen them in a store and they were cheap and it wouldn't be that hard for you to mail them to me, or any of some scenario in which we could do something mutually beneficial. I have stuff kicking around here that I don't necessarily need, right? It might be just things that I value slightly less than games that I need for my Japanese Dreamcast collection. And it's, maybe they're valuable games too. I have a pretty great collection of stuff. So I don't necessarily want to be like, hey, here's the stuff I have for trade. If you guys are looking for stuff, let me know. Like, I'm thinking maybe for people that are on YouTube, let's make some YouTube videos of our wants lists, okay? You know what I'm saying? And see maybe if we could trade amongst ourselves. I think that would actually be especially good because some people are... Like, I just trust people, that I've gotten to know on here. People that I don't know, maybe I'm not going to trust as much. But even so, maybe, like if you were like, hey, specifically, I'm looking for this thing. I happen to have this thing that's on your list, do you have any of these things that are on my list? And, we could talk about stuff. So that's what I'm proposing right now. So let's take a look here at some of these games. So the way that I'm doing this right now, I have all my games, not really, but to an extent, in GameFAQs here. So this is my collection. What I'm showing right now are Dreamcast games. So these actually aren't games that I own. I do have games that I own in here. I would be able to see them by going to equal to own retail. And these are all games that I have in my collection, because there's a bunch of them. There are several pages of it. So what I'm using Played-It for is for games that I want, right? And then what I'm using Used to Own for is games that I don't have, but maybe aren't like on the top of my list. But these are also games that like I might want, right? And there's unfortunately quite a few there, and some of them are expensive. Like, well, I don't have to get into it. Some of them are expensive, but I guess maybe right now I'm focusing on this Played-It. A lot of these are like, they're galge, they're just adventure games and junk like that I tend to like, right? But, we can see here, if I give the visual view, what a lot of these games are. I almost swore I ordered after. I might need to update this a little bit. I think it's rather up to date, but I might need to update it a little bit. These, Grauen no Torikago, Capital, these games I have given up on owning. If some benevolent person out there has these and just wants to donate them to me, that's the only way I'm ever going to have those. These are like the component cables for the GameCube, basically. I think these were like mail order only for some obscure, like, you could get them from Sega's website or from like some sort of Sega fan club or something like that. And of course there's like a whole series of them. So like this sixth one, I'm sure is gonna be like, it's just gonna be ridiculously rare. But there are some games that I want to not fall into that category. One in particular is Cleopatra Fortune. I don't know. I'm just gonna be completely honest about this. Now, so I have this here, $495, almost $500. I don't think that's necessarily the price, but that's like the asking price of multiple people, right? This in particular, I would be interested in trading for if I could. I would rather not trade for something that is valued at, close to $500. Maybe something that was valued in the, like, $200 or $300 range. But especially if it were a trade, like, trade is money that it's value you've already put aside, right? And maybe it's even like it's gone up in your possession. So, I would consider trading someone that had Cleopatra Fortune and decided they didn't want it, or they didn't want it as much as they want something that I have that I would be willing to trade for. That is on the table, right? Also, I would say if somebody's willing to sell this to me for like $200 or somewhere in that vicinity, let me know. Okay. But there's other stuff I want here, like Musupei's Choco marker. There it is. Here's Musupei. Also a puzzle game. I don't know, why are these puzzle games expensive on the Dreamcast? Like, that's decided what's going to be collectible, I guess. It's not shoot 'em. Well, it is shoot 'em ups, but it's also puzzle games. So we've got like that. Raturgy, of course, I've been wanting for a while. Puyo Puyo Fever seems to have gotten expensive recently, but I don't know if it's, if it really goes for $139. That's just something I saw. So I'm trying to get, a little research here. Baldur Force EXE, I actually just bought. I bought it. You can see I made a $50 offer. I ended up buying it for $60, plus shipping and things like that. It was like whatever, almost $70 I spent on it. So this is coming. That was part of I decided to spend real money on the thing. Hit Japan I have shopped with before, so I like them. So I'm looking a little seriously at them for like some of these things: Sega Gaga, Twinkle Star Sprites, Lack of Love, Blue Submarine, Rez, Zusar Vasar, things like that. But anyway, this is my list, and I guess what I'm gonna do, I don't know, maybe I'll put a text list or a link. I think I've told people before that, like, I think you can publicly see my games collection, right? So maybe I'll go into a browser where I'm not logged into GameFAQs, and I will try to like confirm that I have a link that goes to these games and people can see it. But let me put this up here. Long story short, if you guys have any of these games, if you're interested in trading with me, I don't know, I have things. Just give me your wants list. Like, simple as that. If you want to do this through, like, Game Trading Zone or something like that, I've been a member of Game Trading Zone before. I just it's not a subscription. I just made an account there again. And, I don't know that there's any protection that provides you other than just, like, being able to see that someone has had a history of successful trades and that they're not, hopefully not sketchy. But like, if you want to do it through that, I would be willing to do that. I'm going to prioritize trading with people that I know and trust from the YouTube community. But all these games I'm interested in. All these games, Wanzerfront, Prismaticalization, Puyo Puyo Fever. The Sakura Tyson Complete Box, I'm a little less... Like, this has been kicking around for, like, $150, $200 for a long time. I don't know if it's more expensive than that now. It probably is, and it might be better for me to just get the games individually. I don't know. I don't necessarily feel like I need this box. I feel like I just want all of the Sakura Tyson games, right? Some of that stuff... some of these games aren't, like, Snow is not going to be an expensive game, right? This isn't a list of expensive games. This is a list of games that I personally want. The last of the roommate games that I don't have. This is actually the same character designer that worked on this game that I'm playing here, did this game here. Shirotsume Sowa, episode of the Clovers. I want this game. It looks cute. I don't know if it has a good story. I don't know if Would I Say Little Witch Romanesque has a good story. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not very far in the game. I mean, I'm pretty far in the game. I've played it for a while, but I don't know how far I am through it. But anyway, I'm not necessarily prioritizing, but I don't have in my collection, and if I wanted to have basically all of the Japanese games that were never necessarily released in the US, in North America, I would also add these games to it. And this is a bigger list, unfortunately. Cosmic Smash and, Giant Graham, All Japan Pro Wrestling and stuff. And actually, a couple of these games, I should check, because I might have some of these in the other room. I actually got a big lot of Dreamcast games to sell, but I might keep some of them, or basically buy them for myself if I can, just to fill out some of this stuff. Stuff like Poppin' Music. I think I've got one of these Poppin' Music games kicking around. So I think this list in particular, I think I need to update. Oh, here's the Sakura Taisens, all 4 of them individually. So Rainbow Cotton, that's going to be expensive. There's some stuff in here that's just going to be a little bit ridiculous. So if I could trade for some of these things, Trigger Heart Excelica. It's probably it, Excelica. Probably going to be super expensive. Under Defeat, I've wanted forever. I'm just reaching out, right? If you guys could help me out, if anyone has some of this stuff and you're just like, why do I have these Japanese Dreamcast games? I don't play them. PlayOnGo wants them. If I have things that you want, just let me know what your wants are, and I'd like to talk about it. I hope you guys have a good 2021. I don't think it's gonna get better, really. We'll see. I'm gonna work to make things better. Of course, I feel like I've been doing that, especially since 2016. Trying to find active, real, quantifiable ways to work to make things better. And I've seen 2017 and 18 and 19 and 20 come, and each year has gotten worse and worse and worse and worse, and it's 2021. I think it's going to be worse than 2020. I think 22 is going to be worse than 2021. We are headed for hard times here, but I can't change who I am and what makes me happy, and it's like, why am I trying to collect Japanese Dreamcast games, right now, with having said all of that. That's why, right? It's just like, this is all I really know what to do to just try to just keep it on. So yeah, anyway, let me know if you guys want to trade some lists, and have a good year anyway. We just got to make the most of it. Enjoy this New Year's here, and I hope everyone is safe and well. Right? Let's all try to do everything we can be to take care of ourselves and each other in the coming year. Okay, guys? I will catch you again. Be safe. Thanks for watching.